Crikey, Rockstar has gone and done it again. This time, they've whipped up a dream for Viper and Corvette fans. And don't even get me started on the flying fortress that's coming to dominate the skies over Los Santos in the brand new Agents of Sabotage DLC. I didn't even realise we needed a Corvette C8 police car in GTA Online until I laid my eyes on the Invetero Coquette D10 Pursuit. It's obviously the Pursuit version of the regular Coquette D10, and it's shaping up to be the fastest police car in the game once it's released. Imagine the GTA cops rolling up in one of these instead of their usual clunkers. Actually, I really hope they don't. The top-mounted emergency lights are fully functional on the Coquette D10 Pursuit, and the tail lights even flash when the sirens are on. It's a copper's dream for sure. The D10 Pursuit comes stock with a set of mean-looking wheels and a cheeky spoiler, but that won't stop me from modding it to the max. We've got aggressive bumpers, tons of liveries, gadgets, and some custom light configurations. And if you're after a more personal touch, there's plenty of subtle customizations too. Overall, I'm pretty chuffed with the customization options on this little beastie. Now, like most police cars, the Invetero Coquette D10 Pursuit is built off the regular D10, so it handles and performs in pretty much the same as the non-Pursuit variant. That said, it does feel just a smidge faster in terms of top speed. One thing's for sure, we will be seeing plenty of Corvette police cars flying about Los Santos once this thing drops. And it's raining Corvettes in GTA Online with the new DLC. The Invetero Coquette D5 is set to be the second Corvette-inspired car we'll see through the drip feed. The front of the D5 might ruffle a few feathers among hardcore Corvette C8 fans, but Rockstar have intentionally made the headlights and the nose of the car slightly different. But the rear end of the D5, yeah, that's pure, unmistakable C6. No doubt about it. The customization options for the D5 aren't over the top. You'll get nearly a dozen different liveries and some standard customizations, nothing too crazy, but thanks to its legacy, I reckon we'll see plenty of cracking builds for this car, no question. Now, one thing you'll definitely notice about the D5 is the sound. I've got to say, it's a bit of a letdown. It doesn't sound any different to some of the other variants of the sports cars, which is a real shame. Since we've had the newer D10 in the game for a while now, the D5 is naturally going to be compared to its bigger sibling. When it comes to performance though, it's going to be pretty neck and neck between both vets. Look, it's not going to smash any land speed records, but let's be honest, it'll be a fun car to drive, and honestly, I can't wait to officially own it once it drops. Right, just to freshen things up, we've already got the Faction Custom, and of course the Faction Custom Donk. But soon we'll be blessed with something new, a police-ready outreach variant of the Faction. Now here's where things get a bit wild. This unreleased police cruiser is going to have the option to equip hydraulics. Yep, you heard right. That means we'll be able to pull off all the classic lowrider shenanigans in a cop car. Now, you can slap a push bar on the Willard Outreach Faction Interceptor, but honestly, I'm not sure how much ramming you'll be doing in this thing. It barely breaks the speed limit. The Faction's a great looking classic, sure, but let's be honest, it's never been known for its speed or acceleration. The existing variants top out at about 110 mile an hour or roughly 178 Ks, and we can expect more of the same from the new variant. When it comes to customization though, we've got some decent options. There are some great liveries that keep that classic old school police cruiser vibe alive, plus some new emergency light setups and push bar options. But don't expect too many bells and whistles here. This is a vintage style police car, so no fancy gadgets, no high-tech gizmos, and definitely no 5 different antenna setups cluttering the thing up. Just chuck some clean, classic wheels on it, keep the look simple, and you've got yourself one very cool vintage-inspired cop car. The Vapid Firebolt ASP, which has just dropped as I'm recording this, is the career progress reward for console players completing the Agents of Sabotage missions. For us poor PC players, well, no love there. It has, however, just popped up on Southern San Andreas Super Autos. Now, the Firebolt ASP is based on those early 2000s Ford F-150 SVT Lightning models. And I've got to say, it's rocking some of the most mismatched stock wheels I've seen in a while. But where it really shines, the customization. The Firebolt ASP has some of the best mods among the new cars in Agents of Sabotage. Now, here's the bit that bugs me though. The Firebolt ASP is supposed to be an off-road truck, right? But if you know anything about off-roading, you know high ground clearance is an absolute must. And this thing sits way too low for any serious trail work. Honestly, it feels more like a drag or a muscle truck to me. Something like a Mule from back home. Console players will get the HSW upgrades, so it can be made decently quick. But for PC players, yeah, we're stuck with the stock performance for this for now, which is fine. That said, I can see the ASP being a solid rally truck. It's got good power and the off-road characteristics aren't half bad. But if you're planning to scale Mount Chiliad, yeah, this one would not be my first pick. Speaking of first picks, it might be worth checking out our Off-Road Heroes video, which we posted a little while ago. The Vapid Uranus LozSpeed is a great looking sports classic based on the legendary Sierra RS Cozzy. If you're a fan of 80s UK motorsport or just love retro boxy beasts, this one is for you. The Sierra RS was a very popular machine back in its day, and it's brilliant to see it finally making its way onto GTA Online in 2025. If you've seen an RS Cosworth before, you'll know Rockstar has taken more than just a few styling cues. The Uranus LozSpeed, it's practically a love letter to the real thing. You take one look at the LozSpeed and it's obvious. It's meant to be a rally car, and Rockstar seems to think so too, because nearly every customization is rally inspired. Bumpers, hoods, livery, it all screams get me dirty. Oh, and yeah, there's a roll cage option too, proper rally kit. Now here's the fun bit. All that aero you see on the LozSpeed, it's not just for show. The thing grips like a koala in a eucalyptus tree, both on and off the road. I'd be seriously disappointed if it isn't usable in rally races. Performance wise, it reminds me a lot of the Dominator FX. Same era, same rally vibes. The LozSpeed has got similar speed on tarmac, but it's way more agile, especially once you get onto the dirt or gravel. Honestly, I reckon it's going to be a favourite for the classic car nuts out there. It just ticks all the right boxes. Now this is the helicopter you bring when you want to haul an entire lobby with you. The Buckingham DH7 Iron Mule. And yeah, the name's about as long as the chopper itself. I'm betting it's one of those large or extra large slots in the hangar. Now the DH7 Iron Mule is shaping up to be a proper alternative to the Cargo Bob, which, let's be honest, is still the only helicopter with a lifting hook. This one's bigger, beefier, and from what I've seen, it feels like a lot more power too. Safe to say, lugging heavy vehicles around is going to get a whole lot easier when this behemoth hits the game. But here's the kicker. Despite its size, it's surprisingly easy to handle. That'll be easy when you're mucking about with the lifting hook. And yeah, it's faster than the Cargo Bob, both with and without cargo. Now, if you reckon it looks like a flying tank, well, you're not actually far off. It can take 6 homing missiles to the face before going down. And with countermeasures on board, griefers are going to have a real hard time locking onto it. I don't know about you, but I can't wait to rock up in a DH7 with the whole squad. It seems like Rockstar's on a bit of a mission to bring us bigger, badder versions of all the classic behemoths in GTA 5. The regular Titan? Yeah, that thing was a sitting duck. No weapons, no defense, but the Titan 250D, that's the Titan's big brother, rolling up to save the day with multiple cannons strapped to it. Players can jump into the gun camera mid-flight or hop onto the back with their mates to man the guns. It's safe to say no one's getting anywhere near your 250D gunship if you've got a couple of mates on those cannons. And with the speed and altitude this thing can hit, you probably won't need to fire a single shot unless you're spoiling for some carnage. Oh, and yes, you can still open up the back ramp and load up the cargo bay. But let's be honest, that's still pretty useless. The Titan 250D has the same general feel as the regular Titan, but with one massive difference. It's built like a bloody tank. This thing can take 11 homing missiles before it cops it on the 12th, and you can throw countermeasures on top. Mate, it is no pushover. I'm already clearing out a spot in my hangar for this flying fortress. She is a keeper. And we can't forget about the new single-engine aircraft set to be released very soon. The Western Duster 300H comes with a front-mounted machine gun setup. Whether it's a simple weapon that can win any dogfight, or just to make you look like a budget crop duster turned action hero, is a different story. It's based on the Air Tractor AT802, a versatile workhorse from the 90s. Now, as for what role the Duster will fill in the grand scheme of GTA Online, well, that's anyone's guess. but if it lands as a super cheap aircraft, it could be handy for grinders on a tight budget. The Duster's got flares and countermeasures, and it's tough enough to tank 2 homing missiles, which gives it a pretty decent set of defensive chops. There's not much to brag about when it comes to the top speed, but hey, it's definitely faster than the Mammotus, so there's that. Really keen to see what Nitrix Warlord or Putter can do with this bad boy. And there you have it, an absolute feast of drip feed vehicles that will have your mates turning green with envy. Whether you're a good ground level grease monkey or a sky high aviation ace, there's something here for everyone. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give the bell a nudge, and make sure you don't miss a single update. If you're keen for more, check out the video up top for more tips, tricks and reviews. Stay safe, wash your hands, and we'll see you in the next one.